Welcome back to the Rewind Tournament Expert Division qualifying round, hole number 2. This is a free-to-play Kingmaker shot. We're playing a Grizzly bounce up here. You can use Grizzly 7 plus. The adjustment is P2 plus 35% max Grizzly 9 numbers. So even if you're using a Grizzly 7 or a Grizzly 8, you need to use Grizzly 9 numbers in your app to make sure that you're getting the same results that I am. 0.5 backspin and 2 left spin is what we're using. And then we're going to set up, if you're using the Grizzly 9, you'll be setting up at the bottom of the +5 with the ball guide aimed at the hole. And if you're using the Grizzly 7 or 8, you'll be setting up at the bottom of the +8 with the ball guide aimed at the hole. We're going to need to pay attention to the plus yards that we pull down to when we adjust, because this wind angle is, almost a straight crosswind. Sometimes we get straight crosswind. Sometimes it's a slight headwind. Sometimes it's a slight tailwind. So we need to pay attention to the plus yards that we're pulling to, and that will give us, the ability to add some wind angle tweaks depending on what we pull down to. So start by adding your spins, 2 backspin, and I would say this is more closer to probably 0.4 backspin. So we'll call it 0.4. It's a light 0.5 or a heavy 0.4. I would call it 0.4. Just if you add more backspin, it's going to bounce a little bit differently, right? So when you practice this, if you're coming in a bit left compared to what I'm coming in, it could be that you're adding a little bit more backspin or your pull angle is a little bit different. So then I wouldn't recommend changing any of that. What I would recommend doing is just offsetting it, slightly right if you're missing left, or vice versa, right? But 0.4 back, 2 left, and then we're setting up at the bottom of the +5 aimed at the hole. That's what we want it to look like. Bottom of the +5, and we're aimed at the hole. Right? Want to pull this one as straight as possible. If you pull too much 01 or too much 59, you'll definitely, get some different results. But you see here, I'm at the +4, which is what I'm calling my neutral angle. I got a 7.6 wind, so there's no change there. If you stay at the +4, come in nice center cup. So if your wind is between 7, 0, and 8.1, there should be no change if you stay at the +4, right? If you have 8.2 to 8.7, you'll need to add 0.1 to your adjustment if you stay at the +4. And then if you have 8.8 to 9.1, you'll need to add 0.2 to the adjustment if you stay at the +4. If you have the tailwind angle and you pull down to the +3 or lower, 7 to 7.5 minus 0.1 from your adjustment, 7.6 to 8.7 is no change, and then 8.8 to 9.1, you'll need to add 0.1 to your adjustment. If you pull up, stay at the +5, don't pull down to the +4. If you stay +5 or higher, 7 to 7.5, no change. 7.6 to 8.1, you need to add 0.1 to your adjustment. 8.2 to 8.7, you need to add 0.1 and 1 click of OP. And then 8.8 to 9.1, you'll need to add 0.2 to the adjustment and use 2 clicks of OP. It is qualifying round. It is a kingmaker shot. Really good chance at dropping the hole-in-one here. But just remember, it's qualifying. It's a free-to-play kingmaker shot. So practice it a couple of times. See what kind of results you're getting. And then, make some minor tweaks as you need to. You may need to change your offset a little bit or what have you to get it to drop. But it's been pretty consistent. So if you practice it, you should hopefully be walking away from this one with the hole-in-one free to play. Good luck. I hope you get the drop, and we'll catch you on the next one. Always use Grizzly 9 in the app, even if you're playing Grizzly 7 or 8.